Picture this. It's 1998, Pixar Animation Studios. The team is deep in production on a little film called Toy Story 2. Hundreds of artists, animators, and engineers are pouring thousands of hours into creating what would become a cinematic masterpiece. But then, disaster strikes. In an instant, it was almost all gone. Someone, somewhere, in the studio, ran a simple command on the project's servers. The command was rmrf**, a recursive Force Elite command. For anyone not familiar with Linux, that's basically the digital equivalent of a nuclear bomb. It tells the computer to delete everything, forcefully, without asking questions. The command was intended for a small, specific folder, but it was mistakenly run on the root directory of the entire Toy Story 2 project. Slowly, character models started vanishing. First, Woody's hat disappeared, then his boots. Then all of Woody, one by one, assets, backgrounds, and entire scenes started blinking out of existence. Panic erupted. People were literally watching 2 years of their lives, their art, their passion, being erased before their very eyes. They scrambled to pull the plug on the main server, but it was too late. 90% of the movie had been wiped out. 90%. Okay, deep breaths. This is what backups are for, right? That's what everyone thought. The team turned to their standard backup system, confident that they could restore the film from the previous day's save, but the feeling of relief was short-lived. A new, more chilling wave of dread washed over them as they discovered the backup system had been working properly for months. The backups they had were corrupted and useless. The film was well and truly gone. The atmosphere at Pixar turned grim. It was a funeral for a film. All that work, all that creativity, vanished into the digital void. Years of labor, millions of dollars, all gone because of a typo and a failed backup. Imagine the weight of that loss. Some people were in tears, others just sat in stunned silence. The project was on the brink of complete collapse. But then, a glimmer of hope emerged from the most unexpected place. Galen Sussman, the film's supervising technical director, had recently had a baby and had been working from home. To do this, she had set up a system to copy the entire film's database to her personal computer at home, so she could work on it there. It was a personal ad hoc backup, completely separate from the main studio system. When she heard the news, she remembered her home computer. She called her house and said, "Don't touch the computer. Don't turn it off. Don't do anything." The team held its collective breath. Could it be? Could this one machine hold the key to saving everything? They carefully wrapped her entire computer tower in blankets, placed it on a pillow in the back of her car, and drove it to the studio like it was the most precious cargo on Earth. And in that moment, it was. At the studio, engineers painstakingly began the process of retrieving the files. It was a nerve-wracking process. Hours ticked by. Finally, they confirmed it. The files were there. They were intact. They had a copy of the movie from just a week or two prior. It wasn't perfect. They still lost a couple of weeks of work, but compared to losing the entire film, it was a miracle. The entire studio erupted in cheers and celebration. From the absolute depths of despair, they had been saved by one person's foresight and a home computer. This incredible, almost unbelievable story is a testament to the fragile nature of digital creation and the sheer luck that allowed Toy Story 2 to reach our screens. It's a movie that was literally saved from the digital graveyard. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this crazy story from animation history, be sure to like and subscribe for more. See you next time.